What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here to bring you all another Halloween Horror Nights tradition that we have here on the channel. And that is, of course, our most anticipated mazes for Halloween Horror Nights, whatever the year is. So for this video, it is, of course, the most anticipated mazes of Halloween Horror Nights for 2019. So we're going to be ranking all 10 mazes.
10 mazes though this year. Wow.
I have to say, this is the most that it's ever been since we've been going. I've been going, this is going to be my 7th year going. This is your 3rd year, 4th year? Fourth year going. Yeah, that's right, because you started in 2015. So this is so exciting. And I think no matter what, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. I gotta say, it was pretty hard to make the list.
The list. Mm-hmm.
They all seem like strong mazes this year. So.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna all have their own strengths. I think they're very unique this year. Is that there are so many ranges of horror and what can be defined as horror. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So with this ranking, we're going to do 9, our top 9. Because I know that the 10th place, of course, for Mr. E and myself, even Josue when he does this video, unfortunately Josue couldn't make it for today, but he's definitely going to have the same, and that is, of course, The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. You know, it's more zombies than ever.
I don't think that's how they're advertising it this year, though. You keep saying that, but I don't think they're advertising it.
That's what they keep saying. I don't know. Yeah, we'll maybe not even go through it, but we'll see.
We will. We'll go through it just to... We haven't gone through it in a while. But for those of you who are wondering why this is traditionally on the bottom of our list, or at least for the past 2 years it has been, is because, so The Walking Dead used to be its own maze for many years. Yeah. Before The Purge, it was The Walking Dead. That was like a staple of Halloween Horror Nights.
It was great. Yeah.
And they even had the longest maze ever was... The Walking Dead Wolves Not Far maze. It was a really, really successful maze. Back in 2015, that was your first year.
That was the scariest maze.
It was, and after that, in 2016, they decided to convert what used to be the House of Horrors into the Walking Dead all-day attraction. And we found also in Halloween Horror Nights 2016, it was essentially the exact same attraction as it was during the day. Not much had changed. There were... roughly like 2 or 3 additional walkers, but overall it was basically the same thing. So.
You can't really change much in that area. It's such a small spot for any kind of change. So yeah, I don't know. That's why
So that's why it's the bottom of our list, because traditionally it's been the exact same thing as during the day, just with maybe 2 or 3 more walkers. So anyway, Mr. E, why don't you start us off with your number 9?
All right. My number 9 is House of 1,000 Corpses. So I already said this in the last video. This is not one of my favorite movies. It's gore. I like gory stuff, but I just feel like the way they were going with this was more like, I don't know how to explain it. I really didn't like this movie. I don't like how it was constructed. I don't like how the story was going. What I do like is that Rainn Wilson is in that movie. I'm hoping to see the Merman. That'd be cool. Characters, to me, they weren't that strong in the movie, so I don't know. That's in my number 9 right now.
Well, it's also on my number 9 for 2 particular reasons. The first one is that I feel like this maze is really going to be out of place with the overall theme of the event. We have a lot of 80s properties coming, and this one is set in 1970s. It is not set in the 80s, so even the storyline, there's no leeway. This movie came out in 2003. There really is no way that it is 80s. So that's my big one, why I put it at number 9. My second one is, I agree with you, is that I did not like the movie. I was not a big fan of it. I mean, I know that a lot of you are already going to be putting in the comments that Rob Zombie is a certain audience, is a certain taste. As that being one of my first exposures, I had watched Halloween and Halloween 2, his versions of Halloween and Halloween 2. This was, it just wasn't my sort of horror film, so Yeah, not looking forward to it. It's going to be creepy. It's going to be frightening, I'm sure. Also, this is a one that they're bringing back. They did this a while back. I actually never got to experience it.
2010.
But the fact that it's repeating, a lot of these mazes are new. They may be based off of concepts that have been previously shown at the event, but they're all new. So this being a returning maze, and also being on a film that I wasn't a big fan of, and also not being set in the 80s. That's why it's my number 9 spot.
And when you said the 80s, I want to touch on that because they're really trying to push the 80s, especially their Thursdays are going to be 80s party.
Yeah, it's like
so that's
Thursday.
why it's like it doesn't fit in. Yeah, so I agree on that point too.
Yeah. All right. So for my number 8, and this one was kind of challenging to really come up with, just because, again, there's a lot that is coming this year that I'm really, really excited for. Creepshow. Creepshow is my number 8, just because I never saw the movie. I am going to see the movie before going to the event. But also, I know that there's a series coming out on Shudder, and it's going to be based off of some of that. From the concept art that John Murdy shared at Midsummer Scream, it looks great. It's set in the 80s, pretty darn cool. I'm just really unfamiliar with the property, so there's not much that hypes me up about this, other than it is set in the 80s. It's very much an anthology series type of film, and also an actual series that's going to be on Shudder. So I'm excited to see it. It's just I'm not as attached to this property as I am to the other 7 that are coming.
My number 8 is also Creepshow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, never seen the movie, never read the comics.
Or the Stephen King book.
The Stephen King book. So I don't know what to expect. I'm a big fan of an anthology series, an anthology movie, Trick or Treat. That's a really good one. The concept art looks really cool. The scene where he's talking about the bug scene that's going to come.
Oh, the cockroaches.
Looking forward to that, but I don't know anything else. That's it. I just don't know enough. So.
Yeah, we saw what creatures are coming, and those look pretty cool, fluffy and other stuff. But yeah, there's really no connection to that. So.
Father's Day, that's coming too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Father's Day, that looks cool too. But
yeah, all right.
We'll have to see it. But even after seeing it, it's not going to be that much higher because of the other 7 that are coming.
My number 7 goes to, and this might make you guys upset. This might make some of you upset. Stranger Things Season 2/3. Okay, so the only reason I put it here is because I wasn't that scared with the Stranger Things, the first maze of Stranger Things. It's a fun little maze for fans out there. I'm really looking forward to they're gonna make the mall from Season 3. Just remembering what the Demogorgons looked like last year, that kind of triggers me. But this time it's the Demodogs.
Right, there's no Demogorgons.
I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe they're going to do like a puppet work.
Probably puppets, yeah.
So, but I'm worried. I'm skeptical about that, seeing what happened the year before. This maze started the 80s theme for us.
Yeah.
But it's a fan favorite, and so it's only there because I know I wasn't scared from Season 1. Let's see if Season 2, Season 3 will be scarier. I don't know.
I gotta give it. Okay, I was going to put something else, and this was going to be my number 5. But yeah, now I'm gonna put it down to number 7 just because you reminded me of how the Demogorgons looked. It was. I don't know if it was rushed or because you could clearly see the scare actor's eyes during our
the main scene where Eleven's pushing him against the chalkboard. We walk by him, so we see the eyes.
But even that for me was not the part that got. There was a part where there was a Demogorgon in the buyer's fort, and because as you're passing, he lunges at you. I don't know if it was because he missed his cue, or if he was just waiting for it.
Oh, he was just.
But he was just standing there, big eyes, and I could see the white of his eyes, and I was just. And then also the upside down effects, where I was a little disappointed in that.
Yeah.
So I completely forgot about Stranger Things, but you know what? I think also just because of the lineup. Again, going back to the lineup, it was really tough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Stranger Things season 2 and 3 is going to have to be number 7.
Yeah.
Number 6. All right. Again, I'm going to preface this by saying this is a tough season. There's a lot of properties out here, and ranking them it's really going to be tough. So I'm going to have to say, as much as it pains me, I'm going to have to say Holidays in Hell. Holidays in Hell is going to be my number 6, just because from the structure, it's going to be very, very similar to the Scare Zone. And I loved the Scare Zone. I loved it. And I think the addition of it being poster cards that you're passing through and you're seeing the different creatures and then the additions, but there's also going to be the same same characters and monsters from last year's Scare Zone. So I'm going to have to put it as my number 6.
All right, well, mine's different now.
There we go. Now we're different.
Okay, it goes to Jordan Peele's Us.
Interesting.
So the reason I'm doing this is because the big thing about the movie is that the Tethered looks like their other form, other person. When we're going through this maze, we're not going to see ourselves as a Tethered. Okay, that's true. That's facts.
Yeah.
I'm worried this maze is going to be filled with black walls.
Okay.
It's based off like areas that I don't think he can make. I don't think he can make a Santa Monica Pier. I don't think. You know, he probably can make the little the fun house. He can make that, but we can't have the fun house throughout the entire maze.
True.
So I'm a bit skeptical of how this is going to look.
Okay.
Mainly because I won't see myself as a Tether. So, yeah. My number 5. So this is the top 5 now. My number 5.
Top 5
is going and has barely made it. Is Holidays in Hell.
Okay.
Now, Holidays in Hell, I'm putting in number 5 because this is not going to be any ordinary holiday music. It's going to be holiday music made by Figure. So that means this is going to have a little EDM twist to it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes EDM hypes me up, so I'm gonna be hyped up, but also super scared at the same time. I hope I see like a DJ Santa in the middle. Or, you know. But yeah, so I'm a big fan of the Scare Zone, and you know, seeing this in a bigger form. And then doesn't this go into another Scare Zone?
It goes to 2.
So so you get double holidays.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
One thing that I am also looking forward to is that John Murdy was talking about at Midsummer Scream that he's been creating the lyrics for making like nursery rhymes specifically for this attraction.
Been having fun with
and Figure's going to be mixing those in. So I think that's going to be a really cool part of this maze for sure. Sure. All right. My number 5, we're in the top 5, has to go to Jordan Peele's Us. It's going to Jordan Peele's Us. I think that movie is fantastic. And I agree with you, I'm a little bit skeptical because, I mean, the only way that they'll probably get the effect of me seeing myself is if there's like a cutout of the red jumpsuit with scissors and my face just kind of gets there at a certain point. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's me.
They do like the Haunted Mansion effect of the ghost.
The hitchhiking ghost. But instead it's you. So I think that'll be cool. There's a lot of scenes in the film that I'm excited and looking forward to. I'm really excited to see the Adelaide Red showdown. I think that's gonna be it's one of the most iconic scenes of the film. It's gonna be really cool, well done together. I mean, so it'll probably be that classroom that we first saw. Almost the classroom that we saw last year in Stranger Things. That set will just be put.
That's
set.
easy. Yeah.
So they'll just transfer that.
Probably hear rabbits. And stuff
There'll be rabbits around. One thing that I'm really going to miss is the fact that there's a lot of scenes, like with Gabe when he's fighting his Tethered on the boat.
Yeah.
We're not going to see that scene. There's some music cues. There's a reference to NWA.
Yeah, you think they're gonna play?
I don't think they're gonna play that song in the maze.
If they do, hey, we saw the BJ Bear in The Shining. Okay?
We just saw the bear. We didn't see the bear in action. So I don't think we'll be seeing some of the most hilarious parts of the film being shown into this maze. So that's why it makes the number 5, just because there's a lot of scenes that I'm sure we're gonna see, like the family being attacked by its tethered versions. That's gonna be really cool. But yeah, some of the scenes that I loved the most about the movie, I highly doubt they're gonna be able to, just because this is supposed to be somewhat of a PG-13 event rather than an R rating event. And the movie is R-rated. Number 4 for me goes to Ghostbusters. Ooh. I'm really excited for Ghostbusters. I'm really excited to see this in action. The reason why it's number 4 and not higher is just because I really don't want to see more of the werewolf effects, werewolf puppet, because I know that ones that I'm going to be talking about that are a little bit higher up are going to have the werewolf effect. Especially with Stranger Things, with the Demodogs, I'm assuming that's going to be the same effect. Yeah. I'm really, really excited to see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I'm really excited to see Slimer. I know that Lewis is going to be in front because this is the Twitter password maze, and it's going to look like the whole firehouse. I'm really excited to see this maze. I just know that there's probably going to be some repeating of scares, repeating effects. That doesn't discredit how it's going to tell the story overall, but just because there's going to be some repetition throughout the event, that's why it's number 4 and not higher.
In number 4 for me is Frankenstein versus Wolfman, music by Slash.
Oh my goodness!
And you'll find out my reason later, okay? In the next one, number 3.
Okay.
So yeah, the puppet. We've seen a lot of wolf puppets already. You know, we saw it in Trick or Treat. It wasn't working. We saw it in Universal Monsters already. We saw it then.
You didn't see it, but it was also in American Werewolf in
it was
London.
there. So we've seen that a lot, and I'm worried that's what it's gonna be.
Okay.
Mainly, I don't think we're gonna see that many scare actors dressed as a Wolfman. Really like Frankenstein. The story behind Frankenstein, you know, hiding from the mob in a gypsy camp. I'm worried it's gonna have a little bit like a feel like when the mob was attacking us in Universal Monsters. So what I'm worried about is we're gonna see the same stuff.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, it was great. It was great, but it's repetitive to me right now. It's number 4 because Slash's music from the year before was so amazing. So I know he's gonna do great with Frankenstein and Wolfman music. So yeah, that's why it's in number 4.
All right.
Something I like more than music is food. Okay? So food comes with smells. So my number, this is 3? 3 goes to Ghostbusters, okay? Now, we keep talking about we're gonna probably smell marshmallows from the Stay Puft. But we can't forget that Slimer also eats some hot dogs.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna see that scene, and then we're gonna get that smell of probably hot dogs. We don't know. Okay. I'm looking forward to the Stay Puft. It's probably gonna be a puppet, but it's gonna be cool looking.
Big puppet.
It's gonna be huge.
Big puppet.
What are the demons called? Like the dog-like demons? What are they called? What's the big name for it?
I can't remember the name.
I'll put it in the video. I'll put it underneath. But I want to see a puppet like that.
Gozar, the Gozarian is the main villain,
Right. We'll see her. We'll for sure see her. But I want to see those puppets because we've seen wolves before, but we've never seen that kind of work. God, I wish I knew the name right now, but I don't know the name
of the dogs. Yeah.
But the dogs, the demon dogs. We haven't seen those demon dogs made as a puppet, so I want to see that. I'm more excited seeing that than seeing a wolf. We're gonna get some effects of. We're gonna get the library room.
Yes.
It's gonna smell probably moldy in there.
Do you think we're gonna get slimed?
We won't get. Oh well, they could probably put like a wet effect at the end where we could probably get.
You think at the end?
Well, not. Yeah, probably at the end where they get rid of the demon and just goes.
Well, what I'm thinking, like that.
It won't get
Stay Puft. Well, what I think is with the librarian when she goes.
Oh, you think so?
That's when it's gonna shoot out water.
I'm pretty sure the librarian is gonna be a scare actor, not a screen. I think Slimer's going to be a screen.
Okay.
So
Tape
yeah,
off marshmallows, it could be a puppet.
I hope so. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was
really
that was already confirmed. That it's gonna be
yeah. So we'll probably get the effects also of them shooting their what's their guns called?
Plasma cannons. I think
is that what it is? I think they're plasma cannons. We'll probably see the lights.
Yeah, don't cross the streams.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why I'm excited. Smell and mainly smell.
Yeah. My number 3 goes to Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Nice.
Very much about like how you feel about Ghostbusters is how I feel about Killer Clowns. We're gonna have popcorn. We're gonna have cotton candy smells. We are going to have the Killer Clownzilla at the end, the giant puppet, the giant killer clown, where it's gonna be like storming through. It's gonna look like a massive puppet. It's gonna look really, really cool. It's gonna be a very colorful maze. It's gonna be a lot of the iconic Killer Clowns. The music, John Mazzari's iconic score, it's going to be there. Very, very much what we want in a Killer Clowns maze. And so it makes top 3 for me. But I feel like it's gonna be very similar to Ghostbusters in terms of the color palette. Like the colors are gonna be very bright in both mazes. Yeah. So that's why I feel like almost like they're neck and neck, Ghostbusters and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Number 2 for me goes to none other than Frankenstein meets Wolfman. Now I'm really, really excited about this just because Universal Monsters was my favorite maze from last year. The music was great, and so the fact that Slash is coming back, amazing. Frankenstein and Wolfman in many ways were the outstanding leads of the maze. Of course, we had the Invisible Man, we had Dracula, we had the Mummy, we had Creeps, and we had monsters, we had mayhem, we had everything in that maze and the scare zone attached to it. But I'm really excited to see more of Frankenstein and Wolfman. And I want to see how it changes from, instead of it being almost like an anthology maze with all these different characters, but actually only focusing on 2 of them, how to build on that story. Because in the movie, it's very, very fast. Yeah. Frankenstein meets Wolfman, Wolfman beats Frankenstein, end of movie. That's really how it is in the movie, that it's their interaction. So is it going to be similar to like Alien versus Predator, where you're going through different scenes where the 2 are fighting?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it going to be a little bit more like Freddy versus Jason, where they're going to turn and start attacking you?
Oh, yeah.
That you're not just in between them fighting, they are now targeting you, and they have to beat each other to see who's going to kill you first. And then probably see at the end, maybe that'll be changing who's the winner at the end. Like maybe you'll see Frankenstein's head being held in like the Wolfman's mouth, or maybe seeing Frankenstein walk around with like the Wolfman's head.
Ooh, I totally forgot about Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
It could totally go that way.
It's gonna be in the Metro sets, just like Freddy vs. Jason was. So I'm excited for that.
My number 2, again with smells, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Okay. We're gonna see the cotton candy cocoons. We're gonna see the popcorn. We're gonna smell the popcorn. To me, this screams 80s. This screams 80s. Okay. I'm really looking forward to the prosthetic, the masks of the clowns. I really want to see that. I hope to see the scene where what's his name? The boxing Shorty. There we go, Shorty. I want to see Shorty knock the dude out. So he's either holding the guy's head, and then you see the body, and the body comes up, and
that'd be great.
We've seen that effect before. Yeah, we're gonna see the puppet clown where we have, I forget the main clown's name. He's holding the cop, and he's pretending it's his puppet.
Yeah, we will see all.
We'll see that. We'll see that
for sure.
Yeah, this is. I know I'm pretty sure with the cotton candy cocoons, we're gonna have to push them around. I know it's gonna be that.
And we'll see probably like faces and body parts that we're pushing through. Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward. The music is also great in this. John Mazzari made a fantastic score for this. Yeah. The facade's gonna be amazing. Also, the tent is gonna be cool.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah. So
number one number 1.
We got the same number 1.
We have the exact same number 1, and it's a good idea why we have that, and that's The Curse of Pandora's Box. Yes, we're being hypocritical. This is completely nothing to do with the 80s. This has absolutely nothing to do with the overall theme of the event. But you know what? We love Greek mythology. Mr. E can attest that I've studied for years Greek mythology. Pandora's Box, as soon as I heard it, I knew exactly the legend. And I think it's crazy, in a good way, that Halloween Horror Nights has decided to completely twist the legend of Pandora's Box, where Pandora is going to be a monster herself in this maze. And she's going to be very much like Jason, or Freddy, or Leatherface. She's going to be a household name.
You're screwed.
Exactly. She's going to attack us and make sure that we know who she is.
Yeah. But you're forgetting the main reason. This is an original maze.
Oh yeah.
This is an original maze, and it's been a minute since we've. I mean, okay, yeah, we have Holidays in Hell, but that's been a scare zone before.
Yeah.
This is. It came out of nowhere. You know, a lot of people were seeing the code was
Pandora's Box.
Pandora's Box, so they were thinking Hellraiser, but
or Metallica.
But no, it was
Pandora's Box.
And I know this is gonna be good. Original mazes have an effect. I said this in the last video. Original mazes have an effect on people.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's why people love Universal Orlando's, because every single year they do an original maze, and it hits different. You know, home haunts their original mazes, so I think that's why people like it. It feels closer to home. That's
I like that. Yeah.
So
closer to like the origin.
Exactly of haunts. There we go. So. Yeah, that's why it's in number 10, mainly because it's an original maze. I don't care what the storyline is. It's just
I do.
He does. He loves this stuff. Yeah, I read Percy Jackson, all that, but that's not going to have any connection whatsoever.
Percy Jackson. Does Percy Jackson?
Pandora's Box? Probably.
Percy Jackson?
I think it's in Sea of Monsters.
It might be. It might be.
But yeah, original maze. That's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for watching. Yeah. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button.
If you're new to the channel, subscribe.
Let us know in the comment section down below, which maze are you looking forward to the most? And of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Mr. E.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out our website and all of our social media down below, and we'll see you in the next video.